1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum, this is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Humayun Zebabasi. First, we'll look into the headlines. President has lauded Pakistan Navy for its vigilance and competence to defeat designs of enemies. Information Minister says civil and military institutions are on the same page and people of country are standing behind PTI government. FATF recognizes Pakistan's continuing efforts to halt money laundering and combating financing of terrorism frameworks. All parties Hurriyat Conference has appealed to the UN Human Rights Council to play its role for release of Kashmiri prisoners in jails of India and illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The European Union has supported the decision of Council of Baltic Sea States in suspending the membership of Russia and Belarus. And on the second day of first cricket test against Australia at Rawalpindi, Pakistan declared their first innings at 476 for 4. And now the news in detail. President Dr. Arif Alvi has lauded Pakistan Navy for its vigilance and competence to defend the maritime frontiers of country despite meager resources. In a tweet, the president said they were alert and should remain alert to defeat all designs of country's enemies. He said Pak Navy had put the intruders to shame and made the whole nation proud. Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmed, 3 accused involved in tragic Peshawar blast have been identified. In a video message, he lauded the efforts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa police and investigation agencies and expressed hope that police will reach the accused in 1 or 2 days. In response to a question, the minister clarified that no request from Nawaz Sharif has been received for passport. Commenting on the prevailing political situation, the minister said opposition parties had faced defeat in assembly in past and they would again face failure if moved the no confidence motion. He said Prime Minister Imran Khan would complete his 5 years tenure. He, however, regretted that some elements are trying to fan anarchy when the country is moving forward. On the other side, Special Assistant to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Chief Minister Barrister Muhammad Ali Saif has said police has performed exemplary in the war against terror and Peshawar blast did not occur due to negligence of the government or any law enforcement agency. Addressing a news conference in Peshawar today, he said intelligence and investigative agencies have collected evidence and hope the culprits and network of the attackers will be identified in the next 48 hours. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain says opposition parties would not succeed in any move against the government. Addressing a news conference in Lahore today, he said there is no possibility of tabling of a no-confidence move by opposition parties as they lack required numbers and public support. He said Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government is following an independent and balanced foreign policy based on equal relations with all major countries, including the United States and Russia. He said civil and military institutions are on the same page and people of country are standing behind PTI government. The minister said the entire nation strongly condemned the Peshawar blast and is standing united against such incidents. He said investigation into Peshawar blast is underway and culprits would be traced out soon by the agencies. He said many cricket teams had received threatening trees from Indian soil during their Pakistan visit and such conspiracies should be avoided. Fawad Hussain said Prime Minister Imran Khan had emerged as a true leader of the country and Muslim Ummah. Financial Action Task Force has recognized Pakistan's continuing efforts to halt money laundering and combating the financing of terrorism frameworks. Its plenary meetings was held in a hybrid format in which Pakistani delegation was led by Minister for Energy Hamad Azhar. Pakistan presented its case in an effective manner and also reaffirmed its political commitment to continue with the efforts to complete the action plans. Pakistan has already completed 26 of the 27 action plan items, while there was recognition by the FATF that Pakistan has made significant progress towards addressing the last remaining action item. The FATF encouraged Pakistan to continue to make progress to address as soon as possible the remaining one item. Embassy of Pakistan in Ukraine has safely evacuated 1,476 Pakistanis in the wake of flaring of Russian-Ukraine conflict. In a tweet today, the embassy said 9 nationals were on their way while it was working continuously to evacuate remaining 37 donors. Embassy of Pakistan in Ukraine continues to provide all services from Ternopil as it is working around the clock for 9 days to ensure safe passage of stranded nationals and students from different cities. Listeners, this is Radio Pakistan. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed grave concern over the plight of illegally detained Hurriyat leaders and activists in jails of India and the territory. In a statement in Srinagar, the APHC said due to non-availability of basic facilities like medical care, most of the incarcerated Hurriyat leaders and activists have developed various ailments. It appealed to the UN Human Rights Council, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, International Committee of Red Cross and other human rights bodies to take cognizance of the plight of Kashmiri prisoners and play a role in their release. Meanwhile, Indian police arrested 3 Kashmiri youth in Shopian district and dubbed them as members of a Mujahid organization to justify their illegal arrest. On the other hand, the daily wager employees of various government departments held a protest demonstration at Jammu Press Club at press for regularization of their services and chanted slogans against the administration of the territory. Indian police has registered an FIR against journalist and author Rana Yu for describing the students and others who have been harassing and intimidating the hijab-wearing Muslims students in the Indian state of Karnataka as a Hindu terrorist during a television interview. UN leaders have strongly condemned horrific Peshawar bomb blast and called for the perpetrators to be brought to justice. In a tweet, Secretary General Antonio Guterres said houses of worship should be heavens, not targets. Earlier, Guterres also telephoned Pakistan UN Ambassador Munir Akram and expressed deep condolences over the tragic terrorist attack. In a separate statement, High Representative for the UN Alliance of Civilization, Miguel Angel Martinez, also denounced intolerable and unjustifiable attack in strongest terms. The European Union has supported the decision of Council of Baltic Sea States in suspending the membership of Russia and Belarus. In a statement, the European Union said the decision is a response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine and involvement of Belarus in this unprovoked and unjustified aggression. The United Nations has offered mediation for building consensus among warring parties in Libya for nationwide pause. In a series of tweets, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres' special advisors on Libya, Stephanie Williams, has also proposed new joint committee to develop consensual constitutional basis for long-delayed elections. And now the news about cricket. On the second day of first cricket test against Pakistan at Rawalpindi today, Australia in their first innings were 5 for no loss at stumps. Earlier, Pakistan declared their first innings at 476 for 4. And finally, the weather report. Mainly partly cloudy weather expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, thunderstorm and snow over the hills is likely to prevail in northern Balochistan, upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Gilgit-Baltistan. Once again, we look into the main headlines. Pakistan has lauded Pakistan Navy for its vigilance and competence to defeat designs of enemies. Information Minister says civil and military institutions are on same page and people of country are standing behind PTI government. FATF recognizes Pakistan's continuing efforts to halt money laundering and combating financing of terrorism frameworks. All parties Hurriyat Conference has appealed to the UN Human Rights Council to play its role for release of Kashmiri prisoners in jails of India and illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. European Union has supported the decision of Council of Baltic Sea States in suspending the membership of Russia and Belarus. And finally, on the second day of first cricket test against Australia at Rawalpindi, Pakistan declared their first innings at 476 at 4. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, you can always log on to our website radio.gov.pk. You can also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.